What about this production is different than anything you've worked on so far in your careers?
The black people? Yeah. Yeah.
Black people. Way more black people.
My name is Luke Reese, and I'm the producer for Obsidian Theatre Company, and I'm going to be sitting down with some of the cast and the directors of Schoolgirls, or the African Mean Girls play by Jocelyn Bio, which is produced by Obsidian Theatre in association with Nightwood Theatre. And working on this piece, being a cast of all women and all black women, what does that allow you to do in the room that is maybe different from other rooms?
Yeah, it took me a bit to get used to, but I eased into it. Like, it wasn't something I had to hop into right away. Mm-hmm. And being surrounded by all these women, I felt safe.
It's like, I think it feels like freedom. Like, to be like yourself, like as an actor and just as a human being in a space with other people who can relate to your experience, but without having to always talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, there's like an understanding in the rooms, like when we talk about like hair stuff or skin, or makeup stuff, we just all get it.
Everyone is incredibly talented, first and foremost. And everyone has a great sense of play, and I think people realize how special this play is. So we all love it, and we want to do it justice, and we want to do the research right. But it's a comedy. So as black women, we sort of get to be in a room and talk about shadism, which is a huge part of what it is, but the humor of it is so alive in the play, and it's so alive in the room, and they both inform each other in a great way.
Can you tell me like something funny that's happened during rehearsal?
Oh, there's a particular scene in which everything just falls apart. And without saying anything specific, I think going into the rehearsals for that especially early on before we knew what was going on, literally on the floor in tears, crying over.
It's like we all know that moment is happening, and we're all like, we have to prepare.
What do you think audiences are gonna connect with in Jocelyn's story here? What are they gonna latch on to? What are they gonna be surprised by, maybe?
Something that strikes me very heavily is the storyline of, European beauty standards and things like that. And I think especially right now, that's really coming to the forefront.
Can you share a funny moment from rehearsals?
I actually really don't know where to go with this.
Funny.
Well, there are moments in the show itself where, like, the first time you put it on its feet and you actually see it, you have moments where you kind of go, oh my God, this is quite funny. And I would say one of those moments will be, and I don't know if someone has already mentioned this, when they are singing, like the story within the singing itself. It's quite hilarious. But also, now we have a term called Edna's Choice, which was introduced by...
Because I got confused, Sophie's Choice, I said Edna's Choice.
So now it's Edna's Choice, people. Edna's Choice.
What about this production is different from anything else you've worked on so far?
For me, the fact that the play is set in Ghana, which is where I was born, and so there's a lot of Ghanaian elements that we're incorporating into the production that just kind of remind me of home and my family, which is amazing. Like the other day we were learning the Ghanaian national anthem, right? And for both myself and Teria, who is like the movement coordinator, we're both Ghanaian, and so we were both like, had a moment of like, oh my gosh, like it's incredible, because I have not been in a production that is set in Ghana.
For this to be a large, ensemble of amazing black women actors, it's not every day. It's where it should be in a city like Toronto. So it's 2019 now, and it's about goddamn time. So it's huge, in literally and figuratively. And to be part of that history of Obsidian's legacy, to kind of put this out there to our audiences now more so than ever, because this is the time that we need this kind of story now. I'm incredibly proud and honored to have been part of it.
And I think a lot of the humor is actually explored through the relationship of Mercy and Gifty, these cousins who are really close. And I'm wondering, how close have the two of you become in that process? And I want you to say a number on a scale of 1 to 10. And I want you to say it at the same time.
Oh, what? Okay, wait, look into my heart. Look into my heart right now. You're looking into my heart. Are you looking into my heart?
I think
Look
so.
into my heart, okay?
Okay, give me a
Hey,
second.
okay, take a second. From 1 to 10, how close we are. You with me?
On a scale of 1 to 10,
On a
how
scale of
close
1
we
to
are?
10, how close we are.
And not just a number that we are both thinking of, eh?
Hey,
Hey.
look into my heart. You look into my heart. We're about to say the same number, okay?
1, 2, 3.
11. Oh, you